My humble pranams at the divine lotus feet of our sweet dear Lord Satya Sai Baba. Sai Ram, everyone. Elders, brothers and sisters, and some boys. All the boys and girls will be joining us when the SSSC classes get done around 4 p.m. So today is a special day. Mahasivaratri time is always a special part of the year, and Swami made it special with many lingodbhavas. So to kick off our guest speaker series during this auspicious time, we are really fortunate. So today, I have the honor and privilege to introduce, I would call Brother Dhanrajan, but given the formality of the occasion, Dr. Dhanrajan Thiruchinapall. Dr. Thiruchinapall has been a part of Swami fold right from his young age when he was in Balvikas. His parents are very devoted to Tirumala Balaji. And Dr. Dhanrajan was blessed to be in Sai fold at the Sai, Prasanthinilayam and Brindavan, graduating with an MSc in biosciences and ultimately doing a PhD, and getting the PhD in 1992. Apart from the fact that he got this wonderful degree, he is really blessed to be in close proximity at the feet of Swami in many ways, including his driver/chauffeur, and in many other ways. So this has given him a tremendous opportunity to have close interactions with Swami and get the ultimate fortune of being able to converse with him. Swami has given him many pieces of guidance. One of the key aspects is women's health science. So he's going to talk, part of his talk will be on that subject. Recently, we are fortunate that Dr. Thiruchinapall has decided to move back from Arizona to our area. He has not been a part of many satsangs like this. We hope this is the first of many to come in the near future. Now, I will let Swami speak through our brother and give the message that's appropriate for us right now. Sai Ram, please come over.
My humble pranams at the divine lotus feet of my mother's side. Respected elders, my dear brothers and sisters, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Before I start, I just want to say that in full disclosure, right, I want you all to think that what I am going to be communicating to you is, in Swami's quote, truth does not fear. So in exact terminology and words, how Swami communicated to me, how he interacted with me, how he played with me, how the Mother Sai took care of me. I will be sharing in explicit words. This is no offense to anybody or disrespect to anyone. I just want to make sure, right? So we are very clear on this. So how many of you have heard or read Dr. Patel, who took Swami to Uganda? It's going to be a very interactive session. None of the devotees over here. Dr. Patel was the only one who took Swami to Uganda way back in 67, 68. And his grandson is still there. and he was an ardent devotee of Swami. And if you had read the Sanatan Sarthi, the good old days, you would have read about a story that Dr. Patel wrote in that Sanatan Sarthi about a student who had chicken pox. That child, that kid, is standing in front of you today. To narrate that incident, I'm going to start my story today. It so happened in 1989, the previous year had gone with Swami to Kodaikanal. I'll touch a little bit on that. And Swami had decided that he wanted to start the summer program. I know S. Kumar sir is over here. And a number of my alumni colleagues are here. And a number of them are watching online. And I have to also say that at that window, when Swami called me and he said, before he left to Kodaikanal, he said, this year, you stay here. I said, okay, Swami, whatever is your command, I will follow your instructions. But Swami said, I want you to come to the auditorium. I have some work for you. And I go to the auditorium. Narsimurthy sir is there, who was the warden at the time at Vrindavan campus. And Swami looked at my younger brother, who was also in the undergraduate program. He said, hey, Kara, you take care of all the electrical things in this. I'm planning to start the summer program again over here. And then he looks at me and he calls me, and only my brother and myself were there in that auditorium in Vrindavan at that time. He calls me and he says, I want you to do is scrape all these chairs, repaint them, get it ready by the time I come back from Kodaikanal. It's a big task. You know how big the auditorium is. And, with all the enthusiasm, yes, I've got a project, like you all, right? Here is the divine giving the command. That's it, execution going mode. I finished off everything. And Swami came back. And a little bit of backtracking a little bit over here is, it so happened that by when he came back, I got chicken pox. Full. The whole body was full of chicken pox. And you can see on my face also. And, college was going to start. And I was worried. And I said, Swami will become very busy. He won't interact with me. And time was passing by, and I sent a word through Narsimurthy sir to Swami, and I said, sir, I need to see Swami. And Swami sends word back saying, tell Dhanraj to come after the boys have gone. There were some boys there, so So enthusiastically, I came from the back side. I was isolated. And Swami was coming. The devotees who have seen Swami in Vrindavan would know that there are two people who are always following Swami there. Dr. Padmanabhan and Gangadhar Shetty, who is the Featherlight Corporation CEO. Okay. And I'm standing right near the gate where the Sevadals are. I stood right over there in the corner. Swami opened the Tri Vrindavan door. He's walking down. He's walking in front. Padmanabhan and Gangadhar Shastri, who are right behind Swami, are walking. As soon as he sees me, he calls. Immediately, Padmanabhan and Gangadhar Shastri say, Swami, no, he's got chicken pox. I heard it. Okay? What would be your reaction at that situation? Anybody? This is two very senior devotees telling Swami to stop. Anybody? Reaction from Swami. I told you that Swami is the Divine Mother, right? So Swami turned around and said, I am the mother for him. Nenu talli. I'm a divine mother. Nothing will happen. Move back if you have worried. That was the Divine Mother taking charge. She said, come. I went to Swami. Bangaru, chala vachesindi. Those who don't know in Telugu, I'll translate it. Whole faces, a lot of boils have come on the face. You go, take rest, I'll come. You see the motherly aspect that I'm trying to project over here, the Divine Mother taking charge. As I was going back, watch this. I was full of tears. Tears were flowing down my eyes. How my feelings had got hurt when those two people had said that to my mother. But Sai, the mother, knew it. As Swami was walking to the devotees, he called Narasimhamurthy and he said, he did this. He said, he's crying. Give him this vibhuti. Sai, talli ki telusu. But devotees didn't know that. I was crying. And literally, and I went back and Narasimhamurthy sir came and he said, Dhanraj, Swami has given you vibhuti and he wants to see you tomorrow directly in the interview room. The command had come. And next day morning, I went straight into the interview room. Darshan's gone, everything is gone. Myself and Swami in the interview room. We both were sitting and Swami looked at me. He said, Bangaru, chala vachesindi. Don't worry. Swami will take care. And Swami said, okay, remove your shirt. I removed my shirt. Swami created the vibhuti, put it with his own hands everywhere. And then Swami said, not a single boil will be on your face, not a single scar mark. And today I'm standing here is because of my Bhagavan, my mom. And this is one incident, right? And the other incident is a lot of devotees have, before I go into science, I'll tell you these two incidents, then we'll move into science and what Swami talked about it. Mahesh, then we can start the slides here afterwards. So another incident is, as you all know, a lot of devotees ask me is, Anna, does Swami read our letters? Does he respond, to those questions? Yes, he reads the letters. And he will respond to even any communication channel that you have established. It is a one-on-one relationship. Swami has always said, Yad bhavam tad bhavati. If you create a pedestal for him, he will remain there. If you take him down, he will come down. If you play with him, he will play with you. It's how you create the relationship with him. The communication channel is yours, between you and him, nothing because anybody else. And I don't know whether I should hold that experience to tell the kids. Yeah, I'll hold that off. We'll come back to that when the kids come in, because they have to see this, how that. So as a situation, I'll go back to another experience which I had, is how I became close to Swami. It so happened, Swami one day, I was already 18 years old. And my life, I didn't know that I had to, I cannot go back to Bahrain. And so this is the word that I used. When Sundar over here, you can see over here, I'm sure some of the devotees know him and his family. And Vas and Mami was sitting over there, and Dr. Shiva and Sitama and all those things. When I told this word Bahrain, they immediately triggered a light bulb into them. And just a snapshot on that is, why I just got up and ran to Vas and Mami is because she used to sing bhajans in my house, and she knows my mother and her are like sisters back in those days. And she used to come and sing bhajans in my house. So that's the relationship that Swami had already created over here. So it so happened, and I used the word Bahrain, Sundar immediately recognized that. And I wrote a letter to Swami, and that Swami, I'm 18 years old. My father said, I can't come to Bahrain. What do I do? I don't have any place to go. This was a very simple letter. I gave the letter like everybody, all the students I gave. Swami came, he took the letter, went, usual. And on that particular day, I'm sure Sai Shravan also remembers those good. He's sitting over here silently listening to those days. He used to sit next to me in the front row in Thrai Vrindavan. Swami opened the door. As soon as he opened the door, those who have seen Thrai Vrindavan, the lotus picture, the door has got a story behind that door. And Mahesh, if we can play the slide if you have on that with Swami's Thrai Vrindavan. It may be at the end. It may be at the end. Well, we're going to go between. Yeah, so that's the door. So all the boys used to sit, on this. There used to be a concrete pathway. And as soon as Swami opened the door, he said like this. I looked at the boy next to us and said, Swami is calling you. Swami said, no, you. Boy, Swami is calling you. Then I said, no, you. I said, me? No, not me. So then Swami said, yes, you come here. So I went to Swami, and Swami said, somebody wrote a letter to me and said they don't have a house, they don't have anything. Every word by word, my dear brothers and sisters, in that letter he said. And I myself and Swami were right near that door, and I was standing there when he called me in that. And he said, Swami looked at this and said, what about this house? I said, that's your abode. He said, no, that's your house now onwards. I said, is it promise? He said, yes, promise. And I put the hand there immediately. You can't wait. Especially when God gives you something, don't wait. If you put your process mind in the thinking, then it's gone. Before he changes his mind, because he goes at a lightning speed. I said, will you give me the house? He said, yes. Then I said, can I move in? He said, yeah, move in. So that's the day I moved into Thrai Vrindavan. And my life became closer to him. And every day, my life used to be, and Sai Shravan and Mohan are over here too, FTA is here. They know I used to go inside, clean the hallway, downstairs everything, and my job used to be sleeping outside Swami's bedroom door. And that's my life changed. That particular day, how I became close to Swami. So, those two incidences, I'll wait for the kids because there's a lot more to tell, a lot more stories. And I'm sure the young adults and the kids would love to hear those stories, the playful days with Swami. Mahesh, with that, we'll start the slideshow. So during the days when I was very close to Swami, I don't know what I did. Let me be very clear to the devotees. I don't know what I did to get the proximity to Swami. Till today, I'm not able to understand. Why me? I keep asking. Why Swami? Why did you pick me? I don't have the answer. And only he knows, the divine Leela knows what things are going on. Swami used to call me. We both used to go inside, doors closed. Devotees who have come from abroad, foreign countries, you're all so devoted and, you have so much of love and affection for Swami, and I'm here alone sitting with Swami. But inside when I went, Swami would keep his leg on my lap and I would be massaging, and then Swami would start talking to me. He said, I'm worried, I'm concerned about what is going to happen in this Kali Yuga. Disease is going to be there. And he was especially worried. He would say to me, he would shed all his concerns. I'm not able to go to see my daughters, my children, my kids. All the feelings that he had, motherly instinct would come out as I'm massaging his feet. And Swami said, I said, Swami, what is my role in this? I would ask Swami. And Swami said, I want you to focus on disease. I said, Swami, what disease? He said, cancer. I said, how do I focus on that. So, and I said, Swami, cancer is such a complex disease. We don't even understand how it originates. Where is it coming from? How is it happening? Then Swami said, at some point, in between in his conversation, he would talk to me and say, today, the lifestyles have changed. People are not eating healthy food. They are not following the practices. And then he said, people are having a lot of sugar. Swami touched a little bit on sugar. He said, sugar is the root cause. And he said, the bone powder is also, it's damaging the DNA. Huh? I said, he's talking to me in science? Now here's the divine scientist talking to me as another scientist now, okay. He said, oh, DNA damage? Swami knew about DNA damage at that time. And I said, wow, okay. Swami, what project? How should I do it? He said, think about something and come back to me. And then Swami, eventually, when I did my master's, that's the master's was the first program that we had with thesis. Mohan knows about it over here. Those days, we were the first batch to do. So Swami called me in and he said, what is the problem that, how many have you seen Puttaparthi very closely in observation? Dr. Shiva, you may have seen it, and Dr. Veda, you have seen it very close. And if you looked at the people over there, what do you see? The villagers who have lived in Puttaparthi. Any unusual characteristics? Very good point. Fluorosis is very common. Someone else? Yes, kidney stone. Very good. So we have some physicians over here in this group now. So Swami said, yes, that is definitely a good problem. So he said, take the fluoride and start investigating it. So then I said, Swami, how do I do it? We don't have cells over here. Swami then said, look at the chick embryo. Mohan remembers those experiments that I did in Prashant Nilayam on the chick embryo. Unfortunately, all my stuff is still in boxes. I didn't have the opportunity to bring those pictures to you all. In Puttaparthi, bringing egg and chick embryo, people would get upset and worried, what is he doing over here? But it all tied in because, I said, Swami, my focus is going to be understanding the normal development of the embryo, its women's health, right? And how fluoride, which is a problem in Prashant Nilayam, because you see the fluorosis, the bone deformities that is being seen in those people in the villages, unless we understand how that is happening. How is fluoride replacing the calcium in the body? So then Swami said, very good. Swami, evarton cheyamantaran? Kripanidhiton cheyanar. So I know today I owe my gratitude to two people in Prashant Nilayam. One is Professor Kripanidhi, and the other one is Dr. Anil Kumar. Professor Anil Kumar, who was a fabulous teacher, who could take spirituality and bring it into science and science into spirituality. He was very good at it. I owe my gratitude to those two people who inspired me to, today I am in this position is because of them. My teachers and my mentors and balikas, gurus, who molded me. Not to forget my Divine Mother. Right, the hero is here. I'm a zero. Okay, I will acknowledge that. So, one thing is, then I started doing the research. As I was doing those research, unfortunately, we didn't have in Prashant Nilayam in those days video cameras to click. As I was clicking, I asked Swami, are you there in this embryo? As I was clicking those pictures, understanding how this fluoride was causing this toxicity in this embryo, you won't believe it, my dear brothers. I could see Swami inside that embryo. And I said, wow. Swami, you are in divinity there. Thank you for showing me in science. And that's what really fascinated me. And we published the paper from Puttaparthi into Journal of Fluoride. That was the publication with. And eventually the United Nations took that recommendation and changed the level of fluoride in Colgate toothpaste. A humble offering to Bhagavan from Puttaparthi it was. And eventually, then Swami said, he called one day my mother and my whole family inside. as you all know, mothers have this, unique tendency. Once they'll say, okay, Swami, you take my child. I'm offering him Sharanagati, But then the motherly love comes back again. So here is my mother, beautiful mother. Swami called only the whole family up. My mother went up to Swami and said, Swami, Pedda Babu, big elder boy, wants to go to America. Okay. I'm sitting next to Swami. I said, oh my God. My mother has started a conversation. Swami looks. He said, Bangaru, don't worry. For all the struggles that you have gone in your life, I will send your son to America. Swami does not stop over there. Once you give something to Swami, he will take the full hand. And that two daughters, mothers, that too, he will just melt inside the interview room as soon as they talk. He took that chance. He got it. He turned to my younger brother, you are also going. Then I said, no. He's not coming to me. He's not coming to me. And then he turned around and finally he said, you are also going. And then he looked at my sister, Amma, you have to get married. Here is the trouble now. Then myself and Swami, I said, I need to talk to you. He said, okay, you all go. I have to talk to my son. I said, we both went inside the interview room and I'm fighting with him. Literal fight with Swami. You told me, I am your child. You want to keep me with me. You gave me your tribe, Vrinda. Now why are you sending me to America? He said, no, I want you to go and do research over there and then, you will continue to do that. And that was, finally he said, I promised your mom, you will keep up that. Promise me again. I said, okay, I'll do it. I was not happy. He knew that I was not happy. But that was the window for Swami to say that I need to move to the worldly life. So those were the things. So when I came to did my second master's in UK and then I did my PhD. My focus was, Swami always wanted cancer. Cancer was the focus for Swami. Looked at everything in my master's program also. I looked at hematology and I did my pathology and I was purely into that arena of clinical sciences. But as I was I wanted to do my PhD, then I said, I was going through the train and I was reading a book by Stephen Rose saying, making of memory in the brain. Like James Watson and Crick, Crick Watson basically discovered DNA as he was coming back after seeing the presentation by Al Mahalik in London, and he was going back to Cambridge. And next day he put the model of DNA in 1950 with 3 lines in the Nature publication, and he got the Nobel Prize. So I got the University of Cambridge, I got in the MRC Mill Hill and PhD program, and I said, okay. Cambridge didn't give me full funding, and the MRC gave me full funding. I took the PhD, and that was some of the electron microscopy images. Why I want to share these aspects of it is there are things that Swami told me in the interview room. One day I was having a discussion with Swami, and Swami said, my creation is not a rubber stamp. Whoa, what does that mean, Swami? I said. He said, I don't create rubber stamps. Each one of you are different, unique. So what does that mean, my dear brothers? Any of the devotees? Very good, Dr. Veda. Variation. We are all unique entities. Each one is unique in its own innate personality, makeup, everything, gene expression, everything. And this is what Swami said. He said, this is the divine scientist telling me that 2 leaves are not the same. And today we know even identical twins are not the same. That was the knowledge, the divine way of telling to me, look, you're all unique. And why I put this is today, everybody is running after the sprint machine. AI, DP will solve every problem. AI DP hype is just a thing. Why I put that picture over there is exactly what Swami said. He said, you cannot catch up with me. I am divinity. You can never catch up. Any software engineers over here? Oh, sorry, but no offense to anybody, but just to bring you to the reality check over here, is that is a single synapse in your brain. Okay, if you look at that synaptic structure there, you see that there? That has got thousands and millions of receptors sitting over there. And that synapse, just in an inch, we'll show the next picture. Hold on, Mahesh. That section of the neuronal system, there is vesicles. So many proteins are changing in less than millisecond. Milliseconds. Microns of a second, it is changing in the brain. Your brain is only this much. Remember, it's encased in this skull. Right? And what the divine scientist said, my creation is different. One leaf to another leaf is different. Let's watch that word that he used, divine scientist. It changes very quickly, the synaptic structure. That's how memory is formed. As you all are looking at me now, and you're looking at Swami, thousands of synapses in your brain have already changed. You made a picture, an impression of me, and memory is created in your brain. That's what Stephen Rose wrote when I was reading the book, How Memory is Formed in the Brain. This is where it's happening. So let's go to the... Mahesh, let's go to the next. So why Swami put me, I didn't understand. When I got partial fellowship from University of Cambridge, I got a full fellowship from MRC Mill Hill to do this medical research content. Why the neuronal system? I still never understood it. I couldn't put the puzzle. But I went into the neuroscience arena, understanding where memory is formed. Because I'll tie that together. Next slide. So you can see the nerve is a long network. And you can see on this nerve fiber, there are so many synapses are there around. Just imagine. And there are only 1,000 nerve fibers in the hypothalamic region in the brain, which control your feeding circuitry, your depression, and your anger and everything. 1,000 neurons. When you want to eat food, Swami says you have to eat your food, you have to put your hand. Those 1,000 neurons are controlling that. So who is the supercomputer over here? The one who created the brain, right? So let's go to the next slide, Mahesh. One more slide. So you can see how I did the 3D reconstruction in 2000. See how many proteins are studied inside that dendrite of that synapse. And you can see the synaptic structure. And then let's go to the next one. Yeah. Is there a movie playing? Can you click it? Oh, there. You see that protein? You see before your eyes, it moved. Replay that movie again. Watch that protein. It's going very fast. It's moving at 1 micron per second. And this year, in 2024, we got the Nobel Prize for mRNA. And this protein is taking that mRNA from the nucleus to the synapse, and it translates in less than milliseconds, the speed at which it is moving. And when I was doing this research, I didn't know that the divine was putting me in direct competition with one of the leading neuroscientists in the world. Where is Puttaparthi? And where I'm in a direct competition with a leading neuroscientist. And there was a lot of pressure to hold my publication away. And when I showed this data at the Society for Neuroscience in the year 2000, as this movie was playing and we had live screen visualization of this, one of the eminent scientists walks up to my poster and I'm talking to him. And these cameras are rolling across. And I never understood. At the end of the conversation, he said, great presentation. I am Eric Kendall. Any of you has got a phone over here? Who is Eric Kendall? Eric Kendall is the professor at Columbia University. He got the Nobel Prize that year, and all the cameras were following him. He walks up to my poster, sees this, he says, "Congratulations." And then he turns around and he says, "You are a very intelligent man, and you need, please convey that you beat 15 of my MDs and scientists. How many of them on this project?" I said, "Only one." Here is a Nobel Prize winner in 2000 holding my hand, and he took me to his team and he said, "One of Dhanraj has beaten 15 of you." And he said, "Go and tell your father." Who is my father? The divine scientist who made me. I'm a zero. The hero is here. Unfortunately, I could not go and tell back to Swami, "Swami, it is your grace, your love, your inspiration helped me beat a Nobel Prize winner. Today it is in textbooks. This protein is in every textbook in medical college, medical education." But then you may ask, "Anna, why is this? Why are you showing this?" The thing is, AI is there. AI will be an aid, but it is not going to change. A lot of AI DP people, because software engineers understand that as soon as you write the code, your synaptic plasticity is changed. When you go back and look at that code again, you will say, this algorithm is wrong. I need to change it. I did a mistake over here. Am I correct or wrong? Sorry? Right? Yes. But the synaptic plasticity keeps. Swami is ahead of you. The divinity is ahead of you. Right? It'll become obsolete. The code will become obsolete. Right? That's what I wanted to share. My objective is, when Swami said, "My creation is not a rubber stamp," it's a very, very powerful word. The divine scientist saying that. Very powerful. To take that analogy, my dear brothers and sisters, is, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, Watson and Crick discovered DNA in 1950. Right? How many years? The Human Genome Project has come in. I know there are a lot of physicians over here who know that the Human Genome Project was here. IBM and the MD Anderson, the Moonraker project, by the previous administration had said, "Yeah, we'll crack the code of DNA." Oh, yeah, Swami, your DNA code is going to be cracked. Not, and less than 5% of the code has been cracked. Yeah, sorry. Thank you. So that's what I wanted to share with you all, that divinity is ahead. And only 5% of the human genome is only druggable. 95% of the human genome, we don't have enough drugs. So that is, and one day I was sitting with Swami, and to give you an example, a lot of you have heard about the Dolly the clone, right? So the clone was created. I was inside with Swami at the time, and I said, "Swami, very good news. They cloned the Dolly." Yentra Dolly. Dolly was already created in Mahabharata. Do you all know that? If you look at Mahabharata story, cloning was already done there. India was way ahead in medicine. Swami said Gandhari, when she gave a birth to a ball of flesh. Vyasa comes in and takes those ball of flesh, puts it in the pot. And eventually, that is when the 100 Kauravas came in. So cloning has already been done. It's nothing new. So Indian medicine is way ahead. We are reinventing here with Dolly. That's how the divine scientist educated me. You can see how Swami is thinking. And then I said also, many times I also asked Swami, can we use Ayurveda? And then he said, go and talk to Rajmata of Navanagar. She'll talk to you about Ayurveda and how Ayurveda can be a medicine for cancer. So this is how Swami, and now you understand why I went to the chick embryo and looking at this, understanding the mechanism. Because without understanding the normal development and how taking a single chemical and seeing how it alters the development of that embryo, we would not be able to understand cancer. If you look at this is the World Health Organization, my dear brothers and sisters. Yes, Mahesh, we can go to the next slide. So in the World Health Organization, what Swami was really concerned at the time when women's health, we talk about breast cancer. Today, the breast cancer is the number one disease. 6.7 million women. 1.67 will die by 2050. That's the projections. This is World Health Organization data, my dear brothers and sisters. Following breast cancer is lung cancer. Following that is the whole list of cancers that we have. We have not done prostate cancer, esophageal cancer, gastric cancer, colorectal. A whole list of cancers are lined up. Swami was very concerned at that time. He didn't know. He said, we need a lot of people. He said, Kali Yuga is coming. Disease is going to progress. We don't have the solution for that. At the time, he said, he was very concerned. He was basically focused on the boys and the students. He said, you have to have focus on this. And that's the mission that, I continued on. And, I literally went on to focus myself on women's health as a priority. And hope, the hope is I do make some difference in the lives of patients. That's the goal. And, keep Swami's mission going and his wish, his desire. And I alone cannot do it. There are many more students, many more youngsters, devotees will have to come together to tackle this problem, which is a major crisis. In addition, I'm not talking about cancer alone, but we have to talk about diabetes, stroke. There's a whole gamut of interventions that we have to talk about. Mahesh, can we go to the next slide? So you can see this is the projections. This is World Health Organization projections. And here is the list. And a lot of devotees ask me Anna, what do you understand about survival curve? I said, and then at once I asked Swami, how do we understand that we are making the difference in the lives of patients, right? Swami then said, yes. If you look at the survival curve over here, a lot of physicians, we look at it as, when we give a medicine, are we seeing complete response, partial response, and, stable disease? And Swami explained that in spirituality, and he said, that is your karmic balance. I'm sure Dr. Veda is laughing over here when I say, this is what the divine doctor was telling me, how we put the survival curve, which we physicians talk about in cancer patients. Your karmic balance decides, because Swami told me, I follow the law of dharma very, very clearly. If Swami needs to intervene in a devotee or a patient, he looks at your karmic balance and your survival curve. He has to go to Lord Yama and says, I need permission to extend the life of this patient. He cannot do himself. Very clearly, how he brought science and spirituality was using this survival curve. Today, when we are making the overall survival partial response, I focus only on this. Swami knows when we should detach ourselves from this and say, Swami, now onwards the patient is, or this devotee is in your custody. When we hand it over. So, any questions?
We don't have time for QA. Hope the non-pastor will be here.
Okay. Yeah. So the only other question is, when I do this I just want to let you know, I lost my wife in April. And I missed this cue 30 years ago when Swami was talking to me about cancer. And I was telling here, Sai Shravan and S. Kumar sir, this is where I realized that Swami was not only preparing me for the real crisis, but also he was trying to tell me that this is going to come into your own life. And all that attention and love that he was giving me is saying that you will lose your wife at some point. But I missed it, my dear brothers, because Swami has got something which every other divine entity had not had is Swami told us that in the Ramayana, in the Dwapara Yuga, basically Krishna had 16 kalas. In the Treta Yuga, Rama had 17 kalas. In the Kali Yuga, Sai has 18 kalas. And the 18th kala that Swami has is he'll put the Maya very quickly like this. Before you know the Maya, you'll forget, and I missed it. I own the responsibility for that missing, that Swami was trying to communicate that this might come into your family. But to answer that is that Swami kept up his promise when he told me that you will get married. He said, I will be with you. I will take care of you. And it's all coming in play over here. In this center, when I came here in December, relocated, is in 2000, my life changed in March of 2020. She was working on breast cancer panel, which got FDA approval. She was walking to the car. She couldn't feel the right side completely. She was at the car. She called me and said, I can't drive the car. I said, do you want me to come? You stay there, you sit in the car, I'm coming with my son to pick up the car, we'll bring you home. After a few minutes, she called me, she said, no, I'm fine, I got the movement back and I'm coming back. Somehow she drove, Swami brought her to the house, and at the entrance of the door, she said, Dhanrajan, she said, no, I can't drive anymore. I ran in, picked her up, took her in. She had severe headaches continuously for a month. And eventually, one fine day, we took her to do a CT scan, and the CT scan confirmed that she was a stage 4 GBM. Stage 4 GBM, survival rate, anybody who can tell me? 5%. How many months will this live? Very good question. 12 to 15 years. 15 months is the max. Some 8 months at stage 4. She survived for 4 years, 6 months. And when we were driving back, she was crying. She said, only one thing she asked me. She said, will I see my son's graduation? Will I see my daughter become a teenager? And will you show me where you played with Swami? 3 things that she asked. I pulled over the car to the right side, stopped it, and I said, if Swami is with me, if I've done Swami's work, if I have the blessings of all the cancer patients that I've made a difference in their lives, you will see. This is the words exactly I used to her. This is 2020, COVID. I'm taking her to the hospital, and I said, okay, we're going to go through radiation and chemotherapy. We did the radiation and chemotherapy. I told her not to alter the course of the treatment. She changed it, and I couldn't tell the physician because, the wife or the patient has an override over the husband in that situation. It could be the husband or the wife. It will be vice versa. It will be an override because the patient has the direct override over the physician. So you can't do anything. But she went into thrombocytopenia. She couldn't go to India. So we had to recover her from thrombocytopenia, bring her back into stable disease. And eventually, I flew her to Puttaparthi. Why I'm narrating this incident to you all? This is in 2022, by the time we stabilized her. I got a special permission. I sent a word to Brindavan. I said, I need permission to take my wife into the Thrai Brindavan. This is her wish. She wants to see where I played with Swami. And I got that permission. We pulled the car. They said, bring the car to the Kalyan Mandapam, which is there. Pull it over there, and we'll take her in the wheelchair, and you come with us. So I took her in. This is 2022, very recent. Swami has already left the human. So we took her inside Thrai Vrindavan. Right from the backside, we took her in. And there is a jula inside there. I showed her exactly where Swami's bedroom is, where I used to sleep, and the kids were there. They saw where their father was playing with Swami, where I used to sleep, and what I used to do, right? And at the end of the session, she said, "Can I stay here for 15 minutes? Can you, where the Jula is, can you leave me alone for 15 minutes?" I put the wheelchair in front of Swami's Jula. "Okay, you speak to Swami. This is between you, mother and daughter. I cannot be here." So you saw the survival curve, parents. This is the law of dharma, where I have to step out, even though I am the husband, right? This is the divine mother to the daughter. 15 minutes, they both had one-on-one session. The boys eventually, before leaving, they gave her 2 bags. S. Kumar sir was there when I narrated this incident, and we come back to the United States. She opens all those vibhuti packets, 360 of them, in 2 bags. What would you all see in the bags? Devotees? Pardon? Very good. How did Swami communicate that? Yes. Anything else? Young adults who have come here, group 3, what would you see in the vibhuti packets? Yes, yes. What would you see? Amma, tell me. Guess, take a guess. Don't shy. Vibhuti, right? She opened it. Not a single packet was had vibhuti. Everything had kungum. This is 2022. This is happening. Swami had already taken samadhi. And I flew her back to United States. She saw her son's graduation. Her daughter became a teenager. We did the ceremony. 1, 2, 3 check boxes, the divine. Right? She flew back, spent the last few days with her parents. So with that, I'll end this session. Am I correct, Suri? Yeah. So we'll take a 5 minutes break, and then I'll tell you more stories. I know the young adults are here, and the Balvika's kids are trickling in. Yes, Veda, go ahead, please. He talked to me, Swami talked to me about cancer, intlo kuda ravachu, ekkada, that's the word, but you missed that cue. He used those words, right? And that in the point when you can't catch it, and that's because my focus was purely on the science aspect with Swami, and I missed it. Yes, go ahead. Intlo kuda ravachu. Intlo kuda translate means it will come into the house. That means it can come inside the house too. Cancer is going to spread everywhere, but it could also come into the house. That was the word I missed. That he was communicating this. And many instances we have seen this situation. I know the Balvika's kids are here. We'll talk about some of the incidents, where I've personally seen this type of situations with Swami. I know that's why when Suri asked me, Dhanraj, is 2 hours okay? I said, it's Swami's Leelas, I can go on and on, and we'll all have to take our lunch and dinner over here. My 7 years of life with Swami will be done. Right? Each incident. So, I have shared you some snapshots. The protein is moving. So basically, that is an RNA binding protein. So it's an RNA that it tags to the mRNA, and then it transports it. And that mRNA eventually translates at the site. Because the nerve is such a big thing, the protein cannot be formed and kept over there. That is how the divine has created it. And that's why this year in 2024, the mRNA got the Nobel Prize. Very good question, Amma. There's another protein called Fragile X mental retardation. And, Fragile X mental retardation, it affects 1 in 5 children. It's one of the leading diseases, mental retardation diseases. And women are the carriers of that disease. And the reason why I went into this is there are 2 diseases where the cancer spreads to the brain. One is the breast cancer and the second is lung cancer. So now you see how Swami tied me up to neuroscience, is taking the cancer. These are the only 2 diseases it traverses to the brain, the primary metastasis of that. Lipika is there in that. I can understand that. She's laughing. How Anna has tied this all neuroscience to cancer and then cancer. So that is what. And also many a times Swami has said, I kept, Swami, how do you create? And the kids are coming. I'm sure they will have very inquisitive questions. How does Swami create? We'll talk about that. So.
Okay. 5-minute break and we will start again. Yeah.
Saram, everyone. Welcome back. It's good to see the Balvikas children and the young adults over here. And the gurus over here. Sorry, very good, Sundar. Thank you very much. Swami, apologies. So, all right, the second session is going to be a very interactive session over here. And I expect honest answers from the kids. Yes, let him be what he has to be, right? And that's what is very important. Okay, I'm going to touch base on this. Do we ever go? Right? Okay. I talked a lot of science and spirituality with the elders a little bit, so that because I didn't want to bore you all, right? And the thing is, I want to talk a little bit of a different aspect about Swami. So, like you all, I was a Balvikas kid. Very young, like this little kid who just raised his hand. Why did you all go to Balvikas? Tell me. Oh, be honest. Go ahead. Pardon? Okay, your parents just drove you. What up here? You saw that and you wanted to do? Oh, the boys and the devotees? Oh, the place? Okay.
My older sister was doing it, so I wanted to
Follow? Good. Okay.
to follow in her footsteps.
Okay. All right. Good job. Yes.
Well, I do it because it just helps you learn about how to deal with things in life.
Very good.
And how to deal in hard.
What a beautiful answer. This is good. But did you know what this uncle used to do? Why he used to go to Balvikas? I used to go to Balvikas because I used to get candy at the end of it. That's how I was, to be honest with you. For me, the Balvikas teacher at the end of the session will give candy out of the vibhuti and I'll take that and I'll run. So why I am narrating these things and being transparent with you is that is how I was. And some of you have given very open, transparent answers because it's very important to be transparent. If you try to project an artificial aspect to, right? Swami will know it immediately. You may think that Swami doesn't know it, but Swami knows it. Let me share an example over here, my dear brothers. A direct experience with Swami. I'm in the interview room with Swami, and the Chief Justice of Calcutta High Court Mrs. Mahajan was there. And her son, his name is Mahajan, he was there too. He was an MBA student. I'm sure Dr. S. Kumar and all these students would remember him. Mohan also would remember him. And this is in Tribrindavan. The interview room door is on the left side, and we walk in and we're there. I was sitting at the back side at the end. I'm usually a backbencher. I'm not a front bencher, okay? Well, this is very interactive. We're going to have that. And very jolly good. So it so happened, Swami called. He said, Amma, how is everything going? Chief Justice, very good. She's the Chief Justice of the Calcutta High Court. Swami, very good. Very disciplined Swami, right? And then Swami said, Amma, what do you think about your son? How is he? Swami, mother is, as usual. Swami, he's with you, he's very good. Then he says, Swami turns to Mahajan and he says, hey, how are you? Tell your mom. And he said, Swami, I'm very good. Very good? Okay. So that is your trigger, my dear younger brothers. One thing is, you try to hide with Swami, that is Tata. Okay, first time, Swami asked, how are you? Very good, Swami. Swami then said, second time, how are you, Mahajan? Very nice, very good, Swami, very good boy, Swami. Okay. Then the third time, Swami asked, have you been a good boy? Yes, Swami. Very good boy? Okay. Amma, Swami did this. Just like this. And took out a picture and showed it to him. He's sitting behind the building smoking cigarette. Where is the camera? Then Swami took both of them inside the interview room door and gave him a lecture. So why I'm saying these, sharing these experiences with you is that Swami, when he says, I'm with you, in you, around you, he can see you. You might think you may hide from Swami, but you cannot hide from Swami. And spontaneity is what he appreciates. I can see Mohan laughing about that. So, with that said, I know I paused one experience which I was going to spontaneously share with the adults, but then I said, okay, let me share with the Balvikas children because this is very important. Right? So it so happened, I was in close proximity with Swami, and in 1988, Swami didn't take me to Kodaikanal. So I was in the hostel, and I had to do a lot of work. I did all the work. And Swami came back from Kodaikanal, and boys were shouting, Swami's car is coming, Swami's car is coming. I was eating, literally. I go up to the door, Swami's car door. I open Swami's car door with rice in my hand. Swami, like this, he didn't even look at it. I'm a non-existing soul over there, less than 5 feet standing next to him. He can't see me, this big Ajanubhava was standing up there. And he ignored me, and he went through that interview room door, he walked inside. Next day, I go and sit in the darshan line right over there. I'm sitting right there. All the boys are there. Everybody is there. Boys have started coming. What is happening? Swami's not looking at me. Did I do something wrong? Introspection. Right? When you do mistake, you start thinking, will my daddy and mommy know this? Right? Am I correct? Very good. So, finally, what would happen to you? You'll break down, right? If daddy ignores you, what will happen? What, Amma? You're smiling over there.
Think what you did wrong and how to
Very good, very good. I was looking inside myself how to fix it, but I couldn't. I'm a normal human being, okay? I'm not special. So I lost. One day, after the morning darshan, I went back to the room. I was very upset. And then I went up to Swami's picture and I blasted Swami off. I said, you are my mother. You told me you did everything. I left my mom. I'm in the hostel over here. If I'd gone back to my mom, she would have made dosa, idli, vada, pongal, medu vada, all the list. I blasted him. And you're making me sit over here, make me do the work. And now you're not looking at me. And I cried. I started crying. And I slept. This happened around 10, 11 o'clock. And at around 1:32, somebody is coming up to me and touching my leg and waking me up. He said, Babu, get up, get up. Are you Dhanraj? Yes. Is this your name on the piece? Swami wrote your name on the piece of paper. He wants you. I said, sir, you go. I will come. And who is that? That old gentleman is a 98-year-old gentleman. His name is Rama Brahma. But Swami used to call him Ravana Brahma. And he's 98 years old, and he went to Narsimurti sir and he said, Swami wants, where is Dhanraj? I need to call him, Swami wants him. He said, sir, he's second floor, I will go, you're 98 years, you can't carry, I will call him. No, Swami told me, and he came, literally this 98-year-old, like my grandfather age, he came and he woke me up. I coolly went up to the bathroom, washed my face, and I put my shirt on. I walked. I went up. The stairs is like that. So as I'm walking, Swami is up there. He's like this. How long do you want me to wait? And then I looked at Swami and I said, Swami, I don't know you're calling me. This is my response back to him. He said, come here. I went up the stairs. He lifted his robe, take Pada Namaskaram. And I took the Pada Namaskaram, and then he looked at me and he said, somebody blasted me on the picture after morning at 11 o'clock. No dosa, no idli, no medu vada, nothing. And then he said, I made all this for you. Come now, sit down and eat with me. 11:30, I blasted him on the picture. 1:30, Swami sends the car to Bangalore, gets the food for me, and he also prepares some food for me, and then brings me in. And then, what I do now, I'm here with the Swami in the dining room. Swami has got a beautiful dining table. Only me and Swami. And Swami says, you sit over there. I'm now the guest. The host is here. Swami is the host. My mother, whom I call him the Divine Mother. Swami goes in the kitchen, gets a plate, keeps it for me, and all the food dishes, he brings all the dishes. And then he starts to serve. I said, are you not eating with me? He said, I don't eat. I said, if you don't eat, I'm getting up and I'm going out. He said, no, don't get up. I will get my plate too. So he went and got his plate. So Swami was sitting there. He served me. And what would the teachers, Balvika's teachers will tell you all. What did the Balvika's teach when there is food? Brahmarpanam. Am I correct? How many Balvika's teachers are there? I know Sundar is here. Oh, very good. So like you are like very good boy. Balvika's teacher taught me, right? I started doing the Brahmarpanam. I closed my eyes. And then I opened. Where is Swami? Swami not there. He's not. And then he was right behind me. And then he hit me on my head like that. And he said, why are you saying Brahmarpanam when I am eating? I said, no more saying Brahmarpanam, Swami, from now on. So from then on, I don't say Brahmarpanam, my dear brothers. If you ask me, Anna, why are you not telling Brahmarpanam? It's because already he's the one who's eating inside my stomach. And I started eating, and Swami started eating. What would happen when you eat with the hands? Yeah. So, spontaneous reaction, right? So, as I was eating, things were running in my mind. Where do I wash my hands now, Swami? My hands are dirty now. So Swami looks at me and he said, use my sink. Very good. Very good idea. I eat, and then I'm washing my hands. Swami took my plate and he went inside the kitchen. So from that day onwards, nobody picks up my plate. Only Swami picks up the plate. He picked my plate and took it in the kitchen. As I was busy washing my plate, I said, okay, now my hands are wet. can I use your towel also? Immediately, Swami looked at me and said, use my towel too? This was the exact reaction of my voice. Use my towel too. Immediately, yes, use the towel, put it over there, and came back. And then Swami said, okay, take the Padnavaskaram. Tomorrow onwards, every day food with me. That is the... So why I'm narrating this incident to you all is, the communication that you create with him is a one-on-one reaction. He will respond. If you put him on the pedestal, he will be there. It's up to you. Your parents cannot come between you. I can tell you that. It's between you and Swami. Okay? And why I'm saying this is very important. Especially you all are in the United States, in a different culture, a lot of cultural pressures, but things you need to be understanding about these things, that Swami is with you. And one thing is, I can assure you, is that he's the hero, we are all the zeros. Catch the hero, you'll become a 10. If you leave the hero, then you're a 0. Okay? Today I'm in this position is because of the hero. I never studied. Yeah. All my life, I always used to be a playful person. Every time, my only thing was playing basketball. And how to make Swami happy in basketball. I say, I'm sure Mohan knows about it. And Sai Shravanu sitting over here know about it. So they used to be my juniors, they know how I am. And Mahesh, we can go to the slides. So next one, Mahesh. I'll come back to those. You see over here? I used to always play basketball. Even now, at this age, I still play basketball with my kids. The reason is, Swami always liked one game, which is, he was very fascinated about his basketball because he knew that all the 10 players in that court are constantly running. Physical fitness was a priority for Swami. And sometimes Swami would come and sit and watch the basketball game very keenly. And the only way I could make Swami happy was I had to shoot a 3-pointer straight without touching the ring at the board at the back. And Swami would just literally get up out of the seat. Yeah! You could see the reaction. And the joy was so much for me, seeing Swami get up from the chair and, cheer up for that ball as it is going in the ring. So that's how my way of showing my devotion to Swami was games and sports. So that's why that picture you see there. He's blessing us with the basketball at that event, and he said he's going to come in the evening, and he signed, and you see another picture where Swami signed the basketball, and he's giving it to me. So, and this is Ooty picture where Swami in 1988, and you can see here Radhakrishna, the late Radhakrishna sir, is the most humble man I've ever seen on the extreme left, and me on the right, Ratnakar, and Captain Sharma's son, Shravan, and Swami's nephew Kiran. So these are the 7. We went back with Swami to Ooty. Okay, so let's go into that part of the story. Basically, here is me and Swami in Kodaikanal with my colleagues in the biosciences, Girish Sadnani and late Niranjan at the back with Swami. So with that, we'll go into a little bit into Kodaikanal. So Swami is very organized when he goes into a trip. And Swami had called Joy ice cream, and he said, I want my boys to have ice cream. Did you ever think about that? Swami called the bus inside. Every detailed items that he needs for a picnic. It's like a picnic travel with Swami. Devotees all thought, Swami is, gone inside, recited everything, but we only knew exactly the inside boys that Swami is going to come out, and we called the bus inside. And the Sevadals went in. Swami came into the bus and he said, I want the ice creams at the back. And Swami told what flavors the boys want. This is the Divine Mother telling what flavors of ice cream. And he told Joy Ice Cream, who was this company, he said, put some dry ice inside that so it doesn't melt, because I need these ice creams in Madhumalai forest on the way to Ooty. I'm going to stop with the kids and I'm going to have my picnic with my boys. So the Divine Mother preparing everything. And Swami in the car, second car, in his first is Swami's car, then followed by Swami's second Mercedes-Benz and the third Mercedes-Benz. And then the bus follows. That's the way the MBA students are sitting in the cars. And then, devotees anywhere, foreign devotees, you all know exactly when Swami is leaving. So certain devotees are already prepped in there and they have their cars ready in those days. And Swami, as soon as he finished all the time, he walked up and he told me, he said, I want you to sit in the front seat. I'm coming and sitting next to you in the bus. So you'll see, Mahesh, can we go to the slide? So there you see me and Swami sitting. Swami pre-planned this seating arrangement. And I was sitting with Swami, and you can imagine Swami is busy just sitting over there talking, and I'm watching with him and watching him so that, his legs are so tender and soft, like a mother's leg, and I was worried whether his leg will get burnt because of the engine right over there. So I was pretty much watching Swami. And we cross Bangalore, we have to cross through Mandya, then touch into Ooty. And we generally, when Swami goes to Kodaikanal, he will stop in Ooty. Ooty is his halt. Then next day, Swami will get down from the hill, go to Coimbatore, then Kodaikanal up. So that's the road trip. So, do you know that there is only 2 people in the world, in India, can have a guest house in a forest? One is the President of India, and the second one is Swami has it in the Madhumalai forest. The forest officer came, he opened the door. Some of you may have heard this. As soon as Swami's car was coming in, a herd of wild elephants, as Swami was approaching, reached the guest house. And they were there literally right where that thing is. And they raised their trunk as soon as Swami got up. These are wild elephants. And they waited there very patiently. Swami got down and he blessed them. Animals knew when divinity is coming. Swami then said, Swami made fried rice, yogurt rice, tamarind rice, and then he got potato curry, 6 items, and then chutneys, everything. We took it out, and Swami said, I am going to be the mother for the next 1 month for all the MBA boys and you all. So he started serving each one of us. We ate our food, and then we reboarded the bus. As Swami was leaving, and he bought bananas too, he knew. And then he said, keep the bananas over there. We kept the bananas. And then Swami did like this. The elephants lowered their trunk. Swami boarded the vehicle, and then we turned. They came, they took the bananas and went. So animals know when divinity is there. Okay. So my relationship with Swami is one-on-one. Yeah. So I was inside the Tri Vrindavan. I used to sleep horizontal, so nobody goes. Once Swami goes inside, unless only Radhakrishna sir comes, he goes inside, he will come out, and then I was to sleep. So it so happened one day, Swami, when we went to Ooty, I was so tired. I used to go to bed literally at 12, 1 o'clock sometimes. And then we had to get up at 3:34. Pretty much, that's the window you have. So, what happens when you're all tired? Yes? Yes, very good. Good job. You all sleep. What will happen if your dad sees that? Oh, very good job. Yes, that's the right answer. What about you, Amma? You'll open your blinds, wake up. Yes.
You will probably be yawning.
Oh, very good.
And very, 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 very.
Yes. Very tired and yawning.
I wake up and I set up my bed and make my blinds.
Good job, you put that. But what would your dad and mom do at that time? If you try to get up later? They'll set you an alarm. And then what'll happen? You'll get a big lecture, right? How many of you got big lecture from dad and mom? Oh, yes. Swami, you see the response. Okay? What happened is I was tired and I slept. What did the Divine Mother do at that time? Swami opened the door. I'm right outside his door, literally. I'm lying there. Swami opens the door. And I'm fast asleep. Swami said, shh, don't say anything. Don't disturb. He said, don't disturb. He's tired. And Swami crossed over me without disturbing me. He crossed over me, went, took the blanket, covered me, and said, I will go. Swami went for the darshan and came back. And then boys came and said, Anna, Swami came and crossed over you and went. I said, I didn't know. Then next day, in the evening, Swami said, what, Kumbhakarna, you're sleeping like that. You're supposed to be protecting me. So that is mother. You see the motherly aspect of Swami? Did you ever notice that anybody tell you that? Swami is the Divine Mother? Everybody says, oh no, Swami is God, you can't do all those things. Right? How many of you have faced situations where Swami is to, your dad and mom say Swami is God and mommy is the Balvika's teacher, you got to be very, very careful. How many of you? How many of you have got altars in the house? Very good job. Right. So what I'm going to do is the next incident which you're going to talk about is, this incident happened in Thrai Vrindavan. Okay? Ashokuni, I can see Sai Shravan laugh over there and Mohan laugh over there and S. Kumar sir laugh over there. So if we go to the Thrai Vrindavan, Swami has got a number of chairs and altars. So what would daddy and mommy do in your house with the altar? Anybody? What do daddy and mommy do in the altar? Yes? Beta, tell me.
They would clean it and also worship it.
Oh, very good job. Very good job. Yes, Beta. Oh, good. All right. So, there is one ardent devotee with Swami. His name is Natesan, who is very close to Swami. And they've got a big antique shop in Bangalore. They're very famous from Kerala. Very, very humble devotees. And their son is Shankar Natesan and all. So he bought a beautiful chair for Swami. So myself, Ashokuni and Sunil Narang, we are in the Thrai Vrindavan. We are at the downstairs. And he bought this beautiful chair and kept it over there. So it's 1:32. And it's time for Swami to come out. And what happens to my fellow brother over here is Ashokuni we are all used to be very mischievous. Like in Lord Krishna's days, you have to think the way we were behaving is like Lord Krishna's days, okay? The Gopikas and the Gopalas, right? We used to be very nutcut. What did Krishna used to do? He used to go break the pots and steal all the, nectar. So that's how we were. That's how we looked at ourselves. So Ashok was nutcut number one. I knew exactly what he's going to do. I said, Ashok, he said, Say, hey, that chair looks beautiful. I said, I know what you're going to do. Don't do anything funny. Swami is going to come out in a few minutes from upstairs. He said, no man, the chair is very good, beautiful. I said, Ashok, kuch bhi, in Hindi I told him, kuch bhi mat kar. Swami, any minute he will open the door. Be careful. And he didn't listen to me. My dear brothers, I did my part of the dharma, right? If you did this in the house, what would happen? You can tell me after this reaction, okay? He goes and sits in Swami's chair. He sat. And the next minute, Swami opened the door. He sees him, and I'm there. What would be the reaction in your house if you do that?
Get off that chair.
Oh, yes. Get off the chair. Choppinattu chestara. Next will come, right?
Probably what would happen is he would scold you and your brother because you didn't stop him from doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
Good job.
then he would yell at the person who actually did it because he should have had a better mind to not do it.
Oh, good job. Yes.
Teachers would yell at the person who didn't stop him from doing it more than the person who actually sat.
Okay, good job. Amma, Hafez, what would happen if you go and sat in Swami's chair in your house? You'll be grounded, right? Swami came down full-fledged. He looked at Ashok. He said, Daivadrohi, you are sitting over here. Tomorrow you will take my Vaikunta seat, everything. And he was blasting him off. And exactly what you said, my dear brother, I am standing. The accomplice is standing next to him. I also got blasted. Royal blasting. Everything that he said. You both are interconnected. This and that, everything. We are standing over there. You won't believe it. Ashok had no reaction. He was standing. Then he said, what he turned around, he told Swami, it triggered Swami. He said, he listened, we both listened to all the blastings. He said, Swami, this is only a chair. Why are you attached to the chair? You can imagine, Swami stopped the blasting, he started laughing. You and I would not be able to do this. Correct? And, everybody forgot this incident, right? But a lot of people didn't understand. I'm sure Sai Shravan also knows that this incident is. A couple of days passed by. You got to watch how divinity works. And this is the mother Sai, right? That's how we looked at Swami. And then Natation brings this beautiful jula. Oh my God. Now trouble starts. So Swami comes in and then he looks at me and he says, hey, where is your friend? Dost, where is your friend? I said, Swami, hostel. Oh, go call him. Bula. I literally run like a sprint to the hostel and he says, Ashok, Swami is calling you. Guess what? Somebody tested my chair. Either bed, sit down. Just imagine, this happened a couple of months ago. We thought Swami forgot that incident. No. He called me and said, Ashokani, without spontaneous reaction, went and sat on the jula. He did it. He sat. Swami went and sat next to him. Then he said, you also come, sit down. The accomplice. So we sat. So that is how our relationship with Swami was, with the mother. And when Swami would come out of the bedroom, he would always come to me and he would do this. Every day he would hit. So one day I did this like a basketball player. He turned around and he said, are you angry with me? I said, no. Okay, yeah, take it. I bumped into him. So that's the relationship. Why I am sharing this honest relationship with you all is that's how we worked. I kept Swami that way. When you treat him as a mother, he will be. If you treat him as a brother, if you treat him as a basketball player, he'll play a basketball player. It's what distance you create between you and him. So, I'm sure you all have small, small desires, right? Chinna, chinna asinga, right? What does Swami eat? What does Swami wear? I used to tell Swami what robe to wear. When Swami would come out of his bedroom door, he would look at me and say, how is this robe? Not good, go change. And he'll change and come. So, those are the things. And one day Swami said, I don't want you asking money to your parents. I would go up to Swami and said, can I have money? Literally, I'm telling you, my dear brothers, Swami would give me everything, including the summer. Swami has done this to the other boys too. Many boys, Swami has given them money. Swami, even with so much of things going around him, he knows like a divine mother every student what they need, including the devotees. He would know exactly what they needed. That's the divine mother. How am I doing with the time? 10 more minutes. So, finally, one day it so happened, if you look at the Tribrindan pictures over there, right? We boys, Sai Shravan is here, Mohan is here, and there are many other our batch students. Swami was coming down the stairs, and suddenly we were all sitting over there. There is a bunch of small, beautifully trimmed pine trees. And Swami looked like this. We were all thinking he was going like that, and he looked at the back. There are all VIPs who are standing at the back. Swami went up to this tree and he did like this. And something flew up my head like that and went at the back. And there was a devotee exactly, he just did like this and he did a catch. And then Swami said, you have half, give half to your wife, come back 3 next year. And then Swami looked at us and he said, boys, they were asking for a child for a long time, they don't have child. That fruit that went flying up, and next year they came back with a child in their hand. Here is the Divine Mother giving that grace. And if you look at the Tribrindan, we boys, we never cared about anything ourselves. In good old days, we used to have bhajans in the Kalyan Mandapam. There used to be a small before the hall was built. And as soon as the bhajans were over, we used to literally scoot close to the door. As the Aarti is going on, Narayana, Narayana, we never cared about the Narayana. We cared about running to Swami. Because Swami would then give discourse inside, right? Because the Narayana is there, not in the Aarti over here. So, but a couple of days before that, what happened was, Swami, Mahesh, can we go to the Tribrindan picture? So, Swami opened the door. And what he did is, Swami just did like that. And here is, all the boys we all used to be in, we never scared. We just literally sprinted. But Swami didn't move out of that position. Before Swami could react, the boys had already moved in. It so happened I went and I straight away hit Swami, straight head on. Swami's head went to the back. And I caught Swami and I said, Swami, I'm sorry, Swami. I was crying. I said, oh my God, my Swami. He said, no, I wanted you to come and hit me. I said, thank you very much. And we went inside. But a couple of VIPs didn't forgive that. And then as soon as we all settled down, and Sanatan Sarthi, our editor, Narsimhan used to be there, he gave Swami said, start the discourse, and then he gave, boys are very, very, indisciplined, Swami, how can they come and hit you like this? And Swami, this and then next day, Warden Narsimurthy took it very strict. Boys, no more running into the Vrindavan like that. So, Kalyan Mandapam, everybody had to go in line. The line was going. And Swami said, he told all the VVIPs, move out, my boys are coming. And that couple of days, what happened is we started going like good boys in line. And Swami was waiting. I'm going. By the time the boys got settled inside, it was 35 minutes. Swami couldn't control anymore. One fine day, he said, no more, enough of this line, run. Literally, you won't believe it, boys. As soon as the Narayana is going, we'll run and sprint. You have to come very fast, full speed, and right where that, you see those two, there, that's marble. And evening, they will spray with water. If you don't slow down over there, at that window, you're going to go sliding like a skate. You will go into the grass. You have to slow down, run up the steps, and then literally, we used to turn. You have to turn in a very quick angle. And then what you have to do is scoot, and then you'll slide right in front of Swami's chair. You have to control your speed. That's a very important technique over here. And in the process, what would happen is, I'm sure Sai Shravan is laughing over here because we would go full speed. And that too, Dhanrajan is a full speeder. So I would go and straight away kick Swami's chair, and Swami's chair will go out in the flying air. And poor Sai Shravan, another brother will come on the side, and then he'll kick Swami's letters will go out, all the water will fall out, and Sai Shravan is our rescue. He used to have all the water and everything, and he'll say, Anna, here, everything, and put it back in the... Swami what he would do, as he's coming, he will pick all the... Somebody would have broken their watches, somebody would have... Specs would have fallen down, everything would happen, all the chaos. And Swami will pick each one of those, bring it, here, new specs. No more eye change for you anymore, done. And then Swami will create a new watch and give it to them. Somebody had bleeding, he would put vibhuti, and that's the fun that we had with Swami. We were Gopalas with the Krishna over there. So, one more fine thing which I will tell you all is, like everybody of you, as we were going in the second leg of Kodaikanal trip, Swami again told me, you sit in the bus. So we boarded in Ooty and we were going. And as we were going down the hill, Swami gave me banana. And there were too many hairpin bends. I said, Swami, it's not good. I don't like banana. And, I might. And then finally I started getting nausea. So Swami said, get down. You come in the car. And Swami would play a lot of mischief with all the foreign devotees. He would pretend as if he's gay. Because as Swami's convoy is traveling, devotees in the villages and everywhere, there are a lot of Sai devotees, Sai centers everywhere. So they will stop. They know Swami won't come into... They will come on the highways and they will have chairs over there. They will do bhajans. That's the whole thing they will know. Right? Sometimes Swami will pretend as if he's stopping and then he'll run away. He'll jump into the bus, he'll go into the car. So in this situation, what happened is, Swami said, you wash your face. Radha Krishna will stop the car. I got down. And I had nausea, and I washed my face, and I was sitting in the car. But Swami did not get down. Swami was in the bus. And as I was walking, as we were approaching Coimbatore, Coimbatore is a big district, right? A lot of devotees. Some of them are very seniors. And pretty much all of them thinking Swami is in the car. But Swami is not. I am the one who's sitting in the car. And they are bowing down to the car. They're thinking Swami is there, and they're giving the respect to the car. I said, Amma, Swami, I'm not there. You're over here. It's a challenge. And then when I get down in Coimbatore, we all stop and we get down, and Swami comes to me and he says, so how was time being Bhagwan in the car? I said, Swami, thank you very much. That is the most difficult position to sit. I don't want that position. So you can imagine, from Ooty to pretty much Coimbatore, I was sitting in the back seat, all the devotees bowing to me. So this is how Swami used to play like a kid with us. And we'll go back to this one more. Where's the Hanuman slide? So when we were in Kodaikanal, I didn't have this. A couple of months ago, I got this picture. I'll tell you a story about this. Is one day we were sitting in Kodaikanal and I asked Swami, you bought the Kohinoor diamond. Why did you send it back? Then Swami explained the story and he said, the Kohinoor diamond, yes, but what happened is we sold it to the British. It belongs to the British and it needs to go back there. we cannot take it out like that. But he said, Swami said, no, don't worry, I will bring there is another bigger diamond than that, I will bring it. And Swami bought this ring. This is an artistic rendition of that ring. This is the ring that Lord Rama gave Hanuman to take it to Lanka. And basically Swami created it and he sent it to the boys. He said, whomever it fits, I will give the ring. So what would the reaction be, my dear boys? In this situation? Swami created the ring. He's passing it around. Whomever it fits, he is going to give it. Go ahead.
You would be really anxious.
Anxious, what would you do? The ring is in your hand. Yes. Anybody? Yes. Very good. So all the boys tried. Everybody tried. And then he said, hey, Kuberudu, give it to him. The big guy over there. Try. I tried it. I put 2 fingers also, it's not fitting. Then you won't believe it. Swami said, no, that is the ring of the Treta Yuga. And then Swami explained, Treta Yuga, the height of those Ajanubhavadu means he is a divine. He's so tall and their fingers were so big, bigger than us. And that's when Swami explained about the height of, different. And we found this Australopithecus man who was 18 feet, 23 feet, which is very clear what Swami was saying about the Treta Yuga. Their height was very big. And so those rings were very big. And that, Swami said, that diamond is one of the biggest diamonds. So these are the things which show the unique aspect about Swami. And one last thing I will tell you all before I conclude. This happened in Prashanti Nilayam. Swami asked a few of the boys to come to cycle in the Purnachandra auditorium, cycle Vanthala, the backstairs. So Swami wanted these saris and dhotis to be put into the bus. And Swami said, hey, Hanumanta, come here. You stand on the stairs, on the staircase. Take the things from, and Ashok, you give the things to him. He will hold it and then he'll give it to him. It was a chain reaction. And then, the boys were taking it and 2 other boys were taking it and putting it in the lorry. As I'm doing, Swami is sitting over there, we only were there. Suddenly, somebody coming and holding my feet. I'm looking at that, Swami is holding my feet. I said, Swami, what are you doing? You're holding my feet. And then Swami was having fun. Then he started tickling me. I said, Swami, stop tickling me like that. I'll drop the whole thing down. He said, no, I want to see how you dance in that staircase. I said, no, don't. Leave it. So this is how we have created. That's why we call the Prashanti Nilayam as the headquarters, Vrindavan as the playground, house, and Ooty and Kodaikanal the playground. That's where we played with Swami. With that, I'll conclude and take any questions. Very good question, Dr. Shiva. The thing is, my relationship is still continued. The thing is with Swami, I still communicate with him on the picture. You won't believe it, my dear brothers and sisters, when I was coming to Maryland, I went to Swami and I said, Swami, I'm going to Maryland. I put that I'm coming over here. No one responded. In the alumni, I put that I'm coming here. Initially, nobody responded, and I'm here for the onboarding. And then again, and then I see Sai Shravan and Sai Shri responded back and said, Anna, don't worry, everything will be fine. You come, we'll take care of it. And then at the same time, filled up the application form, and I told the Phoenix Sai Center devotees, and I said, Swami, then I'm putting the application here that I'm coming. But I didn't get any response from Baltimore, Bethesda Sai Center team. I said, I'm bringing a 13-year-old daughter. How do I manage with that? you need to give. So when Suri asked me, I said, how do you communicate? And I said, Dr. Shiva was asking, I went back to the picture and I said, Swami, nobody responded back. And immediately Sai Shravan said, Anna, I'm here to take care of you. And that started the chain reaction. That is how. So you won't believe it. Within this, we have been here from December 31st in Maryland. And this has become like a family now, right? Within a couple of months, how the divine worked out, everybody is connected. You won't in this situation. And Vasan Mami is over here. She saw me those days when they were, my Balvikas teacher used to go and tell them, and they used to know about my Balvikas teacher, and she used to be proud seeing me with Swami at that time. And they all used to sing bhajans together. And she didn't know that, Sai Shravan one day when I went to Venugopal's house and, Swati is now taking care of my daughter like a mother, And they call me and say, why don't you come and have some tea with her? And then I didn't know that Dr. Shiva was having his housewarming ceremony on that day. Sai Shravan says, they want to see you. And I go there and I'm talking to them. And suddenly I use the word Bahrain, and Sundar catches on very quickly on that, and he says, who's your father? And I tell him, Manohar. And he remembers everything about my father. I'll take another 5 minutes over here because it's very important how they need to know over here. So immediately, Vasan Mami is very shy. She's very devoted. I heard about a lot of things. They were like, she and my mother used to be like sisters. And they exchanged all the information. And immediately, Sundar's wife, Padma, over there, she goes inside and she tells everything about me. And Vasan Mami comes out. She said, oh my God, you're Manohar uncle's son. Okay, yes. See how Swami immediately made the connections. It was not me, it was the divine who took. And he connected everybody together today. And today the Bethesda Sai Center has become my family now, right? And on that note, I want to say something about personally. I know, Suri, I'm just taking a few minutes of the time. He mentioned that my father used to be Lord Venkateshwara devotee and all those things. So one day, I know Vasan Mami, you know exactly how our bhajan used to be in the front hall. My dad had all these pictures in Swami's chair. They would be sitting over there practicing. This is fathers, right? This is another where we'll have an interactive session over here. And I'm sitting with Swami in Trai Vrindavan. Swami's leg is on my thigh, and I'm massaging Swami's feet. Swami is closing his eyes, and he's talking to me so many things. Swami would go all different topics he will speak to me. From science, spirituality, worldly life, everything. Like a mother. And suddenly Swami asked me, he comes back from his transcendental travel, he comes out and says, do you want to see your parents? You can imagine. Do you know how your dad and mom will do puja in the house? Can someone tell me? Anyone share that?
We just do the prayers, then we just go.
Yeah. But any other fathers, husbands, wives, can you share some of the experiences, how they are doing the pujas? Sita Ma, tell me. Sita, tell me. How are you doing the puja? How does it happen in your house? So I will tell you, my dear brothers. I'm sitting here in Trai Vrindavan. My father is in Bahrain. Okay? Swami says, do you want to see your father? What is he doing? He literally transported me. He teleported me right in front of them. And my father, as usual, husband and wife relationship, right? My father is sitting in the puja room and he is putting vibhuti and, kungum and bottu, and then, he's yelling it to his wife. And now, pressure cooker sundal what? And I'll translate in Tamil. And in Tamil, he's put, chickpeas in the pressure cooker. It is getting pressure cooker has got the whistle coming. He's yelling over there and he's putting vibhuti to Swami over here, bottu. And I am here, and Masan Mami knows exactly how he is in the front room, Mami, and putting that in the chair. And I'm with Swami, literally seeing what my father is doing over there. And as this is happening, Swami says, in a few minutes, your dad is going to go to the telephone, he's going to call you. Run quickly and come back. Tell him, Swami, you saw. Where is Trai Vrindavan? I literally run out. I walk back, literally, run to the hostel, and I wait, and the phone rings. By the time my father reached from the front room, Mami to the back to the phone room, Swami knew exactly my father is going to go. And I pick up, I said, Dad, what are you doing? You are yelling at Mom and doing the puja over there. And he said, how do you know all those things? I said, I was literally with Swami in the house over there. He teleported me right in Bahrain, and I was watching. He said, please tell Swami sorry. And literally go back. Again, I went back. He said, Swami said, come back. I went back in the interview and Swami, he said, sorry. Swami said, atlane cheptune untadu. Daily chestune unna na kootu alane chestunnadu. So, a lot of husband and wife, you got to understand whatever you tell the daughters, the Divine Mother is listening. So be careful what you say to the daughters. Okay? And that's where I will stop over here, and many more stories to go. I can write a lot of books, but I shared some inner experience between husband and wife. That cannot be away from Swami. Yes, please.
Translate what you said.
So what he was trying to say is, because he was putting the vibhuti and the kungam, his mind and focus was not on Bhagavan. His mind and focus was he had put chickpeas in the pressure cooker, and the pressure cooker whistle was going, and he's yelling at his wife. So this is what happens in every house. Swami then said, devotion you don't have to be devoted, right? Do 5 minutes is more than enough. Focus 100% on me in that 5 minutes. So, with that, I'll take any questions. Yes, go ahead, sir. Anything else? Questions? Yes, please. I am not into that, uncle. I am not into that. For me, he's always there, so I don't see him, I don't yearn for that.
Saram, thank you for the wonderful stories. I'm curious how I can build a closer relationship with Swami when I haven't had those intimate exchanges with Swami.
Very good question. Swami is always there. How do you build it? Swami said, you can test me. Test Swami. All right? Ask those questions. Swami never said, no, don't test me. Test him. Swami, can you play with me? How do I interact in my college with my friends in this situation? Right? You're growing up. You're the first year in the college, right? Or your third year. Are you working? Sorry, I apologize. Sorry, I made you young a little bit, right? So, if you're working, you can ask the scenario to Swami and say, Swami, I'm working. In this situation, how do I react? Are you with me? He'll guide you. A lot of people come and say, I know because of the new administration, I don't know whether my job will be there or not. Right? Correct? So, everybody's scared. Ask Swami. Swami, guide me. Protect me in this situation. He's always there. And he'll show you. Sometimes you may be driving. You may be distracted. You won't even know. But in those instances, he'll come and protect you. I've seen many a times, like after coming out of Prashant Nilayam. Sometimes I'm driving a little bit fast after coming here, but I never used to drive when Swami used to be there. And suddenly in India, I would see in front of me another vehicle will pass in front of me. Love all, serve all. I said, oh my God, Swami's here. Slow down. So that is how Swami shows small incidents, right? He will show you that I am there with you. You don't have to yearn for the physical presence, You're all very close to Swami. Yes, Amma.
You mentioned your very
Very good question. Here I will tell you another thing is, yes, eh, I didn't study, I will be honest with you. To be honest, Swami, this is how I came to know Swami as God, right? My first interview, Swami told me every detail. My chart sheet came out, like you walk into the inspection detail sheet. I used to play cricket. So my tuition teacher, my parents were worried, kid is not studying, what do we do, and all those things. And they put tuition teacher. And the tuition teacher also, I would tell him, restroom. I was 6, and I'll run away. And then I'll go play cricket outside. And one day he caught me. He came up, he caught my ear, and he said, if you don't study, you'll become a motor mechanic. So after I beat the Nobel Prize winner, I went up to him and, sir, I didn't become motor mechanic, the mechanic became the mechanic of the brain. So I said, because of the Swami. So, catch the hero. And, he will guide you. And Swami told all these incidents, what all happened, how I was mischievous, what all I would do. That is another incident of stories that is there, a whole list of stories, which I can go into. And another incident I'll tell you is, in Vrindavan, there used to be a boy called Vijay Sai. I'm sure everybody knows it. I'm sure I can see Mohan over there and everyone laughing. This Vijay Sai he used to sing a lot of very good bhajans. Okay? But he had one weakness. He would sit over there in the examination room. He would flip a coin like this and say Sai Ram, and he'll say, okay, check B. And he did that. So I looked at him, and one day I said, Vijay Sai, if you continue like this, one day Swami will come and you will not. You won't believe it, my dear brothers. You have to put the hard work. You have to do the hard work. Finally, in the last semester, he failed. This is true experience. I'm telling you, this is what happened in Vrindavan, and I'm sure Saishram and Mohan will be able to tell you that. He just failed, and Swami was very upset with him. If you don't get an A and you fail, you're done. So the question is, do your part, but be happy. It's very important to be happy. Be that sportiveness, enjoy yourself. Whatever you do, small things which you do, think, I am doing this for Swami. I am doing it out of love. Don't do it for the sake, my dad and mom have to do it, because no, enjoy. You'll be successful. And Swami will never leave you. One thing I'll tell you, the promise that he gave me 30 years ago, he's continuing the promise. He's taking care of me. We may forget it, but he'll take care of it in innate ways. So,
I'm sure there are a lot more questions. This has been a very exhilarating talk, but we have to hand over the hall. If we don't do that at time, it won't be good. So, he is now our brother in our center, so we'll have many more opportunities.
yes.
Sai Ram. I can only thank Swami that how through Brother Dhanraj, he just kind of carried us in Prashanti Nilayam, and I literally felt Swami when you were talking. It was so amazing. I mean, words cannot express that. But still I can say, at some point I felt I am in the science class, and I'm getting all the instructions from the divine scientist. That was really amazing. And the very key points, like I didn't create rubber stamps, all those variations. Moreover, how he recommended, like Colgate toothpaste, you changed the fluoride level to address the villagers' problem. On top of that, I feel when you encounter divine scientist, getting direct guidance from him, like, you please go to the cancer field and study there. That is truly amazing. Like, there are many scientists here, and we always pine for Swami's guidance. And here, Brother Dhanraj is here, who is telling, I got literally direct communication from him, go to the cancer field and do that. I myself worked in other fields, like computational biology, but later on I came to cancer field, and now I got Brother Dhanraj, he is telling. So I am really feeling amazing, like it's all divine scientist will. And moreover, he showed to Balvika students and also to us how intimate Swami can be. I think many of us are passing through challenging times, right? And what is the solution? I find the solution coming from Swami, direct from Swami through Brother Dhanraj. Make Swami very intimate. You tell all your problems. You talk one-to-one. Then you will see how Swami will respond. I think one brother just asked, if I don't get such interaction, like physical interaction, how can I build that interaction, right? So I am the person who didn't get any physical touch of Swami, any physical vision of Swami. Yet, I feel he's there every time with us, every moment. And I have a big picture in my house, and literally, I didn't decorate that, honestly. I didn't decorate or put in my real altar. I just put wherever in the hallway so that I can literally interact with him every day, every moment. When I'm cooking, I can see him, I can talk him, and that's the fast-track progress in the spiritual journey, I feel. So I would say that thank you, Brother Dhanraj. You have come and reminded us how important this one-to-one communication, be transparent, talk with Swami, tell everything. Even if you, like, I feel when boss is not working properly, I feel, Swami, you are there. Please don't show me your cruel part to me. Like now we are getting from the administration all this cruelty, right? Please don't show this. You please guide us. And now I am sure, this is signal for me from Brother Dhanraj that yes, Swami is here to protect us and he will guide us, and whatever struggle we are facing, he is there to put the divine umbrella on our head. Thank you, Brother Dhanraj. And now I will hand over to our Vice President, Brother Kiran. Please.
Thank you once again. It's been a wonderful opportunity to interact and learn so many lessons from our dear brother. Before we go into closing prayers, just a couple of quick announcements. As you must have seen in the front, we have our Shivaratri celebration on 25th night. So hope to see you all there and bask in Swami's glory. Also, a couple of other announcements. We are going to have the National Women's Conference here in this area. I sent it out in the email. The registration link is out there. It is supposed to close by March 23rd. As I said, our sister Ramya is spearheading all the preparations for it, so please take advantage. We have bhajan tutoring sessions, coaching sessions that Lipika has arranged. Many of you have signed up. I would encourage others also to take advantage of it. Thank you all. We will close out with prayers.
ॐ जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी सत्य साई हरे शांति 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 समस्तलोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोका सुखिनो भवन्तु शांति शांति शांति। जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई राम महाराज की। परमं पवित्रं